It's 6, right? We can start.
Yeah, ma'am, you can start.
Okay. A very good evening, everyone. Today we are here to present yet another power-packed, informative, and entertaining episode of our most awaited talk show, The Power Hour. This is episode 6, and in this episode, we would talk about the thrilling, adventurous, and factful world of journalism. That understand journalism, many people think that journalism is synonymous to gathering facts, checking accuracy, and presenting them in a form which is a palatable story to all. But is journalism confined to this only? Or is there many more shades to it? So, dear audience, lend us your ears and patience for this next 1 hour to take you through the nuances of journalism, to unfold the mystery of the reporter's life journey, or to give us an idea of the factors that take a publication to its zenith and help it to outshine others. Today, we have with us two eminent personalities from the realm of the print media. So, dear viewers, please welcome Mr. Rahul Arora, Associate Vice President, South, The Times Group, and Ms. Chirag Mohanty Samal, Senior Editor, Travel and Leisure, India and South Asia. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to our show.
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
It's
evening.
an honor to be here. Thank you for having us over.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Nafisa ma'am.
I hope you both are comfortable.
Yes,
Definitely.
very.
Okay. So words will fall short if I try to talk about the success-studded career and achievements of Mr. Arora. He is a seasoned management professional currently serving as AVP South with the 184-year young heritage brand, The Times of India, with a quarter century of cross-functional varied domain expertise, straddling FMCG, international retail, beverage, telecom. In India, he had worked with pioneers like Heinz, Colgate-Palmolive, Cadbury, and ASL. He had the opportunity to travel and work in almost all the states within the country. But he also has a very, very fair share of work experience in the international market as well, with giant brands like Colgate-Palmolive Thailand Limited, where he managed end-to-end operations of Southeast Asian countries like Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. A very warm welcome to our show, sir. And now I would like to know from you, like, how are you feeling to be a part of this program?
Yeah, thank you very much for a nice introduction, Nafisa ma'am. When I heard from you on this program, which the DPS school has initiated, I just got back to my school days when I was in 11th grade or 12th grade. We didn't have this kind of exposure at that time. Thanks to the technology and the kind of speed which we are witnessing nowadays, and the great leadership what you have with Manila ma'am in place, and the students are being awarded with these kind of opportunities wherein they can hear a lot of leaders before they actually get into the college itself. So previously, these kind of opportunities were there with the college students because some of the premium institutions were taking these initiatives. Since you have started this is actually amazing, and I believe all the students who are participating today will be able to pick few good learnings or views from these discussions which we are going to have, and this will help them. Yes, very nice initiative.
Thank you. It is actually a pleasure that we are able to take you back to school. So, because, that's very important to be young at heart. Anyway, so now over to Nidhi ma'am for the introduction of Chirag ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nafisa ma'am. Good evening, honorable guest and everyone present here for the session. So I have the utmost pleasure of introducing to you the charming and gorgeous Miss Chirag Mohanty Samal. Miss Chirag has more than 15 years of experience in lifestyle journalism. She is currently the senior editor at the Travel and Leisure India and South Asia. She is a master's degree holder in linguistics from Calcutta University. She started her career on the news desk of national dailies, but her notions have been shaped by the authors Jane Austen and Emily Bronte. Like Sherlock Holmes, drawn by the whiff of fresh mystery, or like Bertie Wooster, persistently seeking Jeeves, she found herself gravitating towards fanciful feature writing. After having worked with the newspapers like the Economic Times, the Business Standard, the Deccan Chronicle, and the Hindustan Times, she has made it to the masthead of glossies like Men's Health India, Femina, and Cosmopolitan. In her free time, she loves to read books, which she isn't out traveling, exploring new restaurants, meeting new people, or parting with old friends. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce to the very charismatic Mr. Chirag Mohanty Samal. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nidhi ma'am. Thank you for that introduction. I was thinking, is it really me? You just made it sound even better. Thank you for having me over.
In fact, a very warm welcome to both the guests, sir and ma'am. So now I would like to question Chirag ma'am that are you feeling today being here?
I'm feeling great because I feel these youngsters are the future of journalism. So, if we can share whatever our journey experiences from our journey, I think it's a great thing to do. And I feel this is a wonderful initiative by DPS Bangalore East. And the teachers are doing a great job in putting this together, in getting industry experts and aspiring journalists. All the best to you, and thank you for having this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. So before we begin with the round of questions, and we would love to, I would love to, tell you the few formalities or few ways through which we will be starting the entire show. So we begin, we'll be asking you two questions, wherein after that, it will be followed by the rapid fire round. And thereafter, we would request you to give us a closing statement. So I think we all are set to go.
Yes.
So over to you, Nafisa ma'am.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am. And thank you, Chirag ma'am. That was wonderful, the way you praised us. Thanks a lot. Sir, it's my job to ask questions, being a teacher, but I won't be putting up a very difficult one to you, although, and I'm sure that you will be doing justice to my question. So my question to you will be, considering that advertisement play a crucial role in revenue generation, how do you ensure that your newspaper's circulation remains strong to attract more advertising partners?
A nice question to start with. The newspaper business is very, very different business compared with any other business I had been working or you all are aware of. So usually, what happens in the business generally is you produce something, whether it is a product or a service, you sell it, you sell more and make more money. But newspaper business is just reverse of that. You sell more, you lose more money. Now, why I'm saying so? Because in newspaper business, we print a newspaper at a cost of ₹30. But when we sell at 5 rupee, which we generate out of a copy sale. And even that 5 rupee, we don't take it back to the company account. We distribute it among our transporters, dealers, and vendors who help us serving the newspaper at your home. So in the entire process, we do not charge our readers at all. The business model is just reverse of any regular business. We do not charge our reader. We charge the business who is actually advertising with us with no burden of cost price to our readers. So that's how we approach. And that's why the advertisement plays a very crucial role in revenue generation for the newsprint business. Now, as far as building a very strong circulation or distribution for the newspapers, TOI had a very wide network of distribution, wherein we are present and we reach every layout, every sector of the city, every locality, every builder floor, apartment, institutions, colleges, private and government offices. Just to improve the distribution, we further look forward, which are the upcoming areas of the city, which part of the city is expanding, where the readers are moving. So we look forward for those localities, and basis the city geography, we identify various target segments for the city. So what we do is we look forward to the city as residential areas, which are the areas which are expanding at this point of time. And if you see Bangalore city per se, how we are positioned in the city, to expand the business, we have divided the city into 4 zones: north, east, south, and west. And then there are teams which are allocated with these markets. They look forward to various layouts and see, which are the areas which are getting new apartments, new layouts, or new offices, campuses. We go there and build our distribution around it, so that whenever the reader asks for a copy, they should be able to get their copies. The other big segment what we have, apart from the residential area, is out of home segment. Out of home segment is a new thing which we have started from last 5 to 6 years onwards. And this is one idea which we have come up with, that when the reader is not there at their home, since we are market leader when it comes to the home supply of the copy, when the reader is traveling and he or she is not there at the home, how can we tap the readers, and where are the readers? So reader, when they are traveling, they would be at the airport, they would be at the railway stations, right? These are the 2 bigger mechanism of travel we have. Within city, we have Nama Metro. So airport, what we do, when you travel through Bangalore airport to any other destination, domestic or international, you will see we have placed TOI standees there, and copies of BCCL publication, which is TOI Economic Times and Vijay Karnataka Bangalore Mirror, all would be available there at your hand's reach. When you come out of the airport, you have BMTC Volvo operating, you have Ola operating, Uber Bay is there. Everywhere you will find that as soon as you reach there, there is a copy which you can access free of cost. Similarly, all the premium trains like Shatabdi, Vande Bharat, when you are traveling from Bangalore, you will be finding a copy of TOI. We have made those arrangements. Similarly, to make further, reach, when people are commuting for their offices early in the morning, they don't have time to read newspaper, and they are using Nama Metro. We have TOI and Economic Times available in these stations for the early morning office goers. Similarly, a lot of people will pay visits to hospitals for healthcare reasons, and they would be waiting for the doctors and the medical professionals for getting the treatment on time. There also we have our standees exclusive arrangement. Some of the exclusive tie-ups we have with the big hospitals in Bangalore. We have very good tie-ups with Narayana Hridralaya, where we have TOI copies available. We have tie-ups with Manipal, Sparsh Group of Hospital, Motherhood Hospital, Sakra, and many such hospitals in Bangalore. Other than this, we see there is a lot of leisure time being spent by our readers in outlets like, or restaurants like Cafe Coffee Day. So if you go to any Cafe Coffee Day, pan India, not only in Bangalore, you will be able to get access to TOI and Economic Times copy. Similarly, all the commerce and management colleges, we try to make a tie-up and associate. The students can subscribe for TOI and ET with our programs which we have introduced called TOI in Campus and ET in Campus, and they can have an access. So these are the various ways wherein we earlier had a reach which was very much limited only to the household supplies, and with these kind of initiatives we are reaching to all the places where our readers are there. So we are following a new distribution policy wherein we follow our readers wherever the reader goes. They should have a hands reach to the TOI and ET newsprints. So that's how we are ensuring that we have a robust and strong circulation in place to support the revenue generation for response team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful answer, because many of us might be thinking that, when we buy a newspaper, we pay so less. So how does this big industry survive? So nice explanation. Thank you so much.
Actually, ma'am, you will be surprised. The newsprint which we use is the best quality newsprint which we actually import from Russia, Canada, US. We pay it in dollars. And during the COVID period, we have realized that our cost of importation has gone 3 or 4 times, but we never increased the price. And the price at which you are buying, when you sell the newsprint, you recover more than what you're paying.
Exactly.
So largely, we try to give the best of the quality print, and hence the cost remains very, very low.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for this wonderful answer. Over to Nidhi ma'am for the question round.
Once again, thank you, Nafisa ma'am. So my first question is for Chirag ma'am. In this era of social media, networking, digital awareness, where information and news is available at the slightest click of a button, how relevant is print media or traditional journalism? How do you foresee journalism evolving couple of decades from now?
So again, a very nice question. I often, I'm asked this question because I was earlier with print and then I moved on to digital, and now I do both. We have a platform, we have social media, we have website as well as the magazine. So I feel for any traditional media platform, be it a newspaper, be it a magazine, print can't be the only medium now in today's world. You have to constantly innovate and move with the times. So I think there are few things that everyone is doing. If you check, like in fact, Wall Street Journal and New York Times, all of them have, they have many subscribers. And during the pandemic, the subscribers went up. I mean, the number of subscribers significantly went up for many newspapers. So, but I also want to tell the students here that you can't completely give up on print, because print meets a certain requirement. It reaches out to certain demographics. I feel there are still elderly people who would read a newspaper. They're not very comfortable with technology. And to remote villages where they do not have access to technology, but they can still buy a newspaper in the local language and they read it. So I feel it's still very relevant. But having said that, I feel traditional tools should adapt. They should embrace the digital platform. They should have a website. They should make content that can be viewed on phones, on tabs, on whatever devices that you're using. Spotify is now being used for that. There are various different channels where news is being disseminated. It's no longer only TV or print. There are various channels where we can come across, in fact, social media also. So we also have those apps for people with very short attention span, where you get bite-sized information, where you get to know about what is happening. So I would say all that is relevant to keep people aware of what is happening. But long form is where you learn. That is where you learn, where you write your how you feel, your opinions, and you read about others' opinions in a detailed manner. So I don't feel you should ever give up on that. There are various ways to, for a student, it is important to adapt both, to move with print as well as digital, and to do both, and to keep reading. That is my advice, to keep reading. Read whatever you can lay your hands on, or watch TEDx talks, watch debates on TV, watch these sessions on Spotify where experts come and they give their views on current affairs, on certain things, on their life journeys. Do that. And then read books, classics. That is how you develop your language. And besides current affairs, for a journalist, it's very important to have a command over your language. So that is not going to change, because quality of content still is a priority. So in a clutter, it is only quality content that's going to stand out, and that will hold you in good state. So I feel you should keep reading and read quality content.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure we all the students might have got the idea that quality content is very, very important, and we can never forget the base, right? We still
Yes.
have homes where grandparents wait for the newspaper to enjoy the tea along with it. So
Yes.
thank you so much, ma'am. That was really insightful.
Thank you.
So my next question is for Rahul, sir. Sir, what other skills do you think are important to ace in the field of marketing and journalism? How do the students identify and recognize that they possess this particular skill set? So you are on mute.
Yeah, so Nidhi ma'am, I believe a very, very nice question you had put it, and I believe I am getting good questions here. And before I answer this, I would like to define what is marketing, because we have very young students here, and I'm not very sure how many of them understand the marketing. And a lot of time, generally people confuse marketing with sales. So basically, marketing is a need-based activity. One marketer has to identify the market size, demography, target segment, the desire of the people, needs for product and services, and then need to cater it. Marketing is basically the process of getting people interested in the company, products, or services. And marketing also pertains to all the aspects of business, whether it is product development, product innovation, distribution method, sales, and advertising. So basically, marketing is a very, very large uh, function of the organization, and sales is basically a very small part of it. So this is what the marketing is. And thou, uh, my thing on journalism is, I will take a second role in this, because you have another senior editor here who will define journalism better than I. But what I understand from journalism is basically a production and distribution of reports on the events, facts, ideas, and people that are news of the day. And this has to be informed to the society with accuracy. So when we say news or journalism, the information has to come from a reliable source and not from anyone. So for example, if we have to quote an article or we have to create an article, it has the briefing there, which we will be quoting there, has to come from a institute or a government defined authority, or from some particular department, or from a senior person. It cannot be a person, a common person saying something, or two people fighting and saying something cannot become a news. So the purpose of journalism, if we have to define, is basically to provide citizens with the information they need to make the best possible decision about their lives, their community, their society, and about any other decisions which they want to take. So the importance of journalism is very, very high. Now, the second part of the question was, how a student will identify whether they want to pursue journalism as a career or marketing as a career. So since I had been in marketing for quite some time, and I can give you some inputs. So if you like a little flamboyant life, little on the business side, if your interest is on little more on business sides, products, brands, a little bit of advertisement, some scheme campaigns, and all these activities. If profits excites you, so then you're made for marketing. You can start building your passion, read more about it, and take more initiatives to learn about marketing. So this is how you can look forward whether marketing suits you or not. So if these business points excites you, then marketing is for you. And when I have joined, I had been told by my immediate manager, line manager, you have to live with the brand, sleep with the brand, eat with the brand, and dream with the brand. So that is the level which is expected out of you, when you choose the subject marketing or the profession marketing. And as far as journalism is concerned, I believe if you look forward for a challenging life, and you feel that you are very much connected with the social issues, you are very much interested to know what is happening, what is the latest information available around you, and you want to share those news with the people. You could have, we all of us are using nowadays, WhatsApp and various other various platforms, where we get to see some video and we all get very excited, and suddenly we start sharing, and then after sharing to 4 or 5 friends, and one of the friend will revert back to you, and then you will realize, oh, this was a fake video or a fake information. But you got excited, you shared with everyone. So journalism, when you understand the journalism, the true information is the most critical part of it. And if that excites you, journalism is the career for you. And as they say, if you're working as a journalist, you will rarely have a dull day in your life. And you will have a lot of opportunity to meet powerful people, common people, and you have to travel a lot. You have to engage a lot, and it would be definitely a very, very satisfying life at the end of the day. So these are the two insights I had, about the two different aspects of business, which is marketing and journalism. I hope I'm able to do justification to the question asked.
Sure. So it was actually very insightful. And I mean, I could understand, the difference between marketing and selling. And definitely, so if I want to earn more profits, then I should go for marketing. And if I want to be popular and be associated with powerful people, then I should go for journalism. So students, now you...
One more point I would like to add, sometimes, I interviewed a fresher from the management institute, as good as from IIMs, wherein the kids, when I ask them, they says I have specialized in marketing and sales, and then when you ask them back, okay, what is sales and what is marketing, they are point blank. So people, the young students who have just passed out, they don't understand the difference between sales and marketing. Sales is basically a production-led activity. So whatever the company had produced and is lying in the godown, you have to sell. Okay, there is no ask. But marketing is basically a need-based activity. You need to first identify the need of the people, what do they want, and then start catering towards it. So the very, very different fields, but yes.
Thanks a lot, sir. I'm sure it would help all our students who are viewing this show, and they would have got the right answers as they were looking forward for. Over to you, Nafisa ma'am.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am. Thank you, sir. It was wonderful listening to you. So now, Chirag ma'am, I would like to ask you a question. And we have spoken a lot about marketing and journalism. Now, my question is little woman oriented, because, we see many of our students who are like girl students, they want to take up journalism as a profession. So my question to you is that we know that journalism is a profession that involves a lot of adventure, a lot of expedition, and also risk. So for a female journalist, I believe that would be greater. So you have been here in this field for so many years. So we would like to hear from you that what is your experience as a woman in the field of journalism?
Again, that's a very relevant question. So, but I totally agree with Mr. Rahul. He said something. He said, if you're a journalist, you'll rarely have a dull day. I couldn't agree more with him. That's very true. So, coming back to the question, there are different beats in journalism. So, it could be politics, it could be crime, it could be lifestyle, it could be fashion, it could be Bollywood. So, depending on what beat you choose, your life is going to be as interesting. So while political on people on the political, crime, environment, health beat have a very adventurous life where they meet powerful people, they're out there facing challenges and doing stuff. But if you're in the Bollywood line, or if you are in lifestyle, fashion, you have challenges, but in a different way. So again, talking about women, there are certain fields that where men still dominate. So political, crime, all this is still highly considered a man's area, while fashion and lifestyle is where women rule. I'm just being very honest. But again, having said so, yes, there is gender discrimination because I've also worked in news desks of national dailies. Of course, there's a gender discrimination. You'll be judged more. Like I've seen my male colleagues go out for breaks several times, but every time a woman goes who has a child, they'll be judged. They'll say that no, you can't concentrate because you have a child at home. But it's not true because I take lesser breaks and finish my work. So it is there, of course, it's there. But then you have to identify what you want to do. If you're really passionate about this, then these things shouldn't matter. Just focus on your work. And I feel if you are entering in any of these fields, crime, politics, environment, or whatever, you have to work harder and do it better than men. Only then will you be taken seriously. But again, in fashion, lifestyle, travel, that's where Beyonce has said it best, who run the world, girls. So that is where you're going to rule. So choose wisely and choose your battles wisely. That's my advice.
Okay, that was actually very, very motivational, I would say. And I
Thank
believe
you.
that many of our students, the girls, they would like to take up journalism. And who knows, we might change the world. And,
Yeah.
the man's world will become the woman's world.
Yes, who knows?
So,
And journalism is not devoid of glamour. It has a
exactly.
lot of glamour. So you have to choose whether you want a glamorized life or a de-glamorized life. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome.
So now we are done with asking you questions. I would like to hand over to my students for the rapid fire round. So we have Pratipta Prasad. She is our student and definitely she's a very talented one. So she'll be asking some rapid fire round questions now. Yeah, over to Pratipta.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, dear attendees. It's now time for a rapid fire round. Chirag, ma'am, are you ready for some quick fire questions?
Oh, yes. Am I winning a hamper for this? Like coffee with currant? No, doesn't matter. Still, go ahead.
Wonderful. Brace yourselves for our first blitz question. Which has been your first published work?
My first published work, that goes a long time back when I was an intern with the Statesman in Calcutta. So I hadn't finished my studies, but I would still finish college and go intern with them. So when I first saw my byline in the newspaper, it was, very exciting. It was some soft story I had written um, about something that was happening in Calcutta. It wasn't hardcore news then, but then I loved it because it was my first byline.
That's wonderful. You're currently working as the senior editor with Travel and Leisure Asia. Which has been your most memorable travel expedition?
Oh, there's been many. So I've been to 5 countries in 1 year. So which has been my memorable? I would say New Zealand because it opened up another world for me and it's quite far off. And then we always think about, for me, I only knew New Zealand through cricket. I had never been there. Being a cricket fan, I always thought that is what it is there. But then there's, the Maori culture, the way they deal with their tribals, the importance that they give them, the way they, I think as Indians, we have a lot to learn from them to keep our native tribes together, our roots, moving ahead with times, but also holding on to our roots. I think New Zealand has done this fabulously, and there's a lot to learn from them. So, yes, it's been one of my memorable trips.
Okay. Next question. What preparations did you have to take while reporting for fashion and lifestyle magazines?
Well, you have to have a knack for fashion. I remember reading up a lot of Femina as a kid. My mother didn't approve of it. So I thought, okay, now you don't want me to read Femina, I'll join the magazine when I grow up. So just keep reading. I mean, it happens along the way. You don't have to do any separate preparation. Like I've always said, read and write. Before you go off to sleep, just write a paragraph. It's like a creative writing. Just put your thoughts together or organize your thoughts for the next day. I think that's going to do you a lot of good. You don't need separate preparation and just keep reading. That's the golden rule, as much as you can.
Yes, ma'am. What will be your message to aspiring journalists?
Well, journalism is not easy. You'll have difficult phases, but then if you have made up your mind and you feel this is what you're passionate about, then hang on. You will be rewarded, and it's a very satisfying job. So don't ever think of leaving it if you've joined it. Just stay on and do whatever it takes. And when you reach there, the view is always better from the top. Thank you.
Right. Okay, last question. As a child, we have a diverse set of desires and aims in life. What would you have chosen if you would not be a journalist?
Okay, so like you said, we have diverse set of desires. So I wanted to be various things in different phases of my life. I'm a science student. I had 12th science, so I thought of becoming an engineer. Then I thought of becoming an air hostess for a while. Then I then I thought, no, I want to become a journalist because again, I was a cricket fan. I thought I'll get to meet Sachin Tendulkar. This is the only way I'm going to interview him one day. So I thought of getting into journalism.
Wow. Ma'am, that was some lightning fast thinking on your part. I am
Thank
sure
you.
our audience were just as engaged. Thank you so much for sharing your insight with us. Over to my friend Priyoshi.
Thank you, Pradyupta.
Thank you, Pradeepta. Thank you, ma'am. Let us now continue this electrifying engagement of exciting questions and swift responses with our one and only Mr. Rahul Arora. Sir, are you up for some rapid fire questions?
Come again? I was not able to hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Pradeepta. Let us now continue our electrifying engagement with some more exciting questions and swift responses with our one and only Mr. Rahul Arora. Sir, are you ready for some more rapid fire questions?
But yes, look forward to it.
What would you say is your success mantra?
Okay. So I believe, I believe you all should take out some time and read one book which I'm very fond of, called Good to Great. And now the book look thick. It's largely, you have thesis at the end, which is occupying the entire space. But the book is very slim. All of you in 11th and 12th can read that. So Good to Great has like 3 circles. So there was a research being done. How can you become? How we call some companies good and some companies great. So the thing is, if you believe you can become a number one in particular business or a trade or a profession, okay, you should be passionate about it, and there has to be economy attached with it. So passionate, we all understand, okay, I have passion for this, and economy attached with it means that you can make money out of it also, so that it gives you a respectable lifestyle, and you have a belief that I can be number one in this. So this is the belief, if you carry, you would be successful for whatever you will choose.
So that's a resonating answer. What is the most creative marketing stunt that you've come across?
It's quite an ask. So we have seen a lot of, very, very large, marketing activities we have witnessed in various trades. And one of the campaign, which I still remember was excellent from the side of Cadbury. I don't know how many of you have seen it, because now, the kids don't watch television anymore. There was a cricket scene, and this was to promote dairy milk. And there was a sixer hit by a cricketer, and a girl came having a Cadbury dairy milk on her. She take a bite and she dance and she come to the ground. So that has been one of the my favorite campaign till date.
Right. So, what is the most striking headline that you have come across in the Times of India?
I will say, there are many, but then I'm very excited for what we are going to see tomorrow morning. Any guess?
So you would have to give me a hint.
Okay, we have a Chandrayaan-3 launch today.
Right.
Okay, and it has been successfully launched, and the entire country was glued to television sets. I believe you all were preparing for the meeting. So that is what I'm looking forward to, because the news is all about, latest. So that is what I want to see tomorrow morning.
Right. So looking forward as well now. What was the marketing strategy that you used on your parents as a child?
Okay. So just to tell you, my growing up was little different than you all. We were not able to afford to buy books. Like today, you and your brother can go and ask mom, I want this book. You will be getting the book, or you can order yourself, and mother and father can pay. So we were supposed to go to a comics shop, and we used to rent a book at say 10 paisa, 25 paisa, like that. And I was very fond of reading books, to the extent that I will be renting some 20, 25 books at a go for one night, and the rental is only for one night. Next day you have to return it. And my mother doesn't like that I am reading so many books and so many comics. So I will always keep 22 books at home. All would be, under the table, under the bed, under this, under that. One book at the table is allowed at a time, and I'll keep on rotating. So that's one fun part of it, wherein I started managing, if you're doing more, you have to show it less.
You're doing more, you would have to show it less, right? So that's interesting. If the Times of India had a theme song, what would it sound like?
So this is exciting. We have recently introduced a jingle, and there's a Tiger Save Tiger campaign going on across the company, and we have come up with a tiger theme. I think that should be the jingle. I don't know the song completely, but yes, I'm willing to share with all the students. You can make it as your mobile tone. I have it.
Sure, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, I think we are done with the rapid fire round. So over to Nidhi ma'am.
So I'm sure we all loved, listening to the rapid fire questions. I know we don't have a hamper to give you to both of you, sir, but definitely we got so many gifts from you all. First of all, even I will buy and invest in a book called Good to Great, because I haven't also read that same. And as Chirag ma'am told, right, that organizing yourself a day before. So I'm sure, we as students and as teachers, we also have got so many gifts even after listening to your rapid fire round. So before we come to the end of the show, that is formal ending the show and giving the vote of thanks, sir. Rahul, sir, if you want to say something.
Yes, so as I started the discussion with that, this is a great initiative from the side of the DPS management and Principal Manila ma'am and rest of the teachers from the school. This kind of exposure, when you're talking to individuals who are leader in their streams or experts in their stream, you will not be understanding at this age everything, but some of the things you would be able to recall in your coming future, and you would be able to relate with it. So this is a very, very, I will say, exceptionally good initiative which DPS had started, which will largely benefit the students. And for students, I have another message. You have a lot of, digital engagement nowadays. And as you heard from Chirag ma'am, you should read whatever you like, you should read. Don't leave the habit of reading, because reading is actually going to help you acquire more knowledge, and the more knowledge will help you to remain on top, and you would be able to lead, and you will be mentally strong. So make a good habit of reading, and also join any other sport which you like. So one sport which you should join, and one reading habit you should always continue with. These are two suggestions I would like to give, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. I'm sure we are blessed with the management and principal and vice principal like that, who always encourage us to do something new, and we along with the teachers and students learn from it. Thank you so much, sir. Chirag ma'am, if you would like to say something.
Yeah. So again, I have to thank the teachers and the principal for this wonderful session. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I got to learn so much from Mr. Rahul. Thank you so much. And I must say, Times of India and Economic Times, they do some of the best headlines. So while I was in ET newsroom, there was one headline I want to share. It was on the Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, but they said it's true that Cruise was feeling homesick, but he tom-tommed the affair. So that's how, I mean, and I would tell students, please read these newspapers, Times of India, Hindustan Times, Indian Express, The Telegraph. They have some amazing headlines, very nice content. So do not give up on traditional media also, but keep developing your skills. Now there's AI, everybody is talking about AI. So yes, learn about AI, but do not get too carried away. And also, I feel there should be a good balance between studying, academics, and also having fun. So take out some time to play your favorite sport, or do whatever, or play a musical instrument, or to just go out and interact with friends. Stay away from the screen as much as you can. Do not let the virtual world take over the real world. So
Thank you
keep
so
it
much,
separate.
ma'am.
Most welcome, ma'am. So keep it separate and have fun, and do well. All the best.
Thank you so much, Chirag ma'am. I'm sure
Thank you.
whatever suggestions you have given to the students, that will really help them.
Thank you,
So
Nidhi.
now I would like to extend my formal vote of thanks to all of you. On behalf of the organizing committee, Delhi Public School, Bangalore East, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Rahul Arora, AVP South, The Times of India, and Ms. Chirag Mohanty Samal, Senior Editor, Travel and Leisure India and South Asia, for your gracious and valuable inputs. Your knowledge and thoughtful insights on journalism made this event so engaging and lively. We are sure that our children have benefited from our discussion. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our management, Principal Ma'am Dr. Manila Carvalho, and our Vice Principal Ma'am Ms. Preeti Sutta, for providing a platform where we all can benefit and for giving us an opportunity to explore a new dimension. Together, we are proving that there is a path forward for independent and high-quality journalism. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the parents for their endless support in our endeavor to shape our children into wonderful human beings. Last but not the least, I thank Srinidhi ma'am for the technical support and Sonali ma'am for constant support and guidance. The talk show on nuances of journalism would have not been possible without your constant support. The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. Before we bid adieu, I would like to thank all the participants for joining the talk show and being a part of this enriching session. Thank you once again. Have a good evening and a good weekend.
Thank you all.